This is the Shine On You Crazy Daisy podcast, and I'm your host, Trudy Simmons from the Daisy Chain Group, providing platforms and opportunities for businesswomen to be seen and heard. This platform is for the women entrepreneurs that want to hear the real stories of what it takes to be yourself and run a business with all the different hats that you might have to wear. Come and join the Shine On You Crazy Daisy membership, offering online networking, co-working, collaboration and monthly masterclasses for you to grow your knowledge. Go to thedaisychaingroup.com for more information. These are the platforms to hear and share the stories of the tenacious, the rebellious, and the resilient women that are working towards the future that they build for themselves and their families. Hello and welcome to the Shine On You Crazy Daisy podcast. I am your host, Trudy Simmons, and I am thrilled and excited to introduce you to Kelly Biggs from Vivid Luxe Glass today. Kelly, thank you so much for being involved in the book and the podcast. Please tell us about your business.
Hello, I run Vivid Luxe Glass, and I make lots of different things out of glass.
We can't wait to hear more about that. Now, what I absolutely loved, I've known you for a number of years, but your story reading it is it's harrowing in places. Your story is really about perseverance, hard work, resilience. Tell us how you became homeless and how you came back from that.
Okay, well, it's quite a long, involved story, but the basics. I made a lot of bad choices when I was younger, and it spiraled from there. It was so easy. Looking back, it was so easy to get into, but really hard to get out of. I kind of went off the rails a little bit. I moved to Essex with a friend. I moved in with her and her children just to get away. I don't even know why I did that now. But it didn't work out, and I wanted to move back closer to be with my family, but obviously there was no room at the inn at that point. So yeah, I became homeless. I was put into a homeless hostel. We won't go into that. It wasn't a pleasant place, but it was a roof over my head, and quite honestly, it was the worst time of my life, and it took a lot of soul searching to get out of that. I felt like the lowest of the low. I felt like I was constantly being judged by people, even at the job centre, not having any, help or support. My mental health was down in the ditch. I just didn't feel worthy of anything. So that's how I kind of got into that situation. And when you're really down like that, it's really hard to find a way out. There's no light at the end of the tunnel.
How did you come back from that?
It actually took my dad having cancer, and then subsequently he died. But that really sort of made me want to do better, for him to be proud of me in some way.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the catalyst that kind of made me pull my boots up and was like, right, you need to, sort yourself out. So I did.
Well, it's not just a case of I did, is it ever? Because I mean, I know nothing about being homeless, except when people say that they're homeless, going to the job centre without an address, you can't get a job. So then you're in this spiral of how do I do this? And the amount of misinformation that must be coming down on you of keeping you down.
Yeah, and that's it. The system is designed to keep you down, I feel. Yeah. I don't know if it's changed now. Obviously, I'm not in that situation anymore. But at the time, it felt like every step I took, I was just pushed back down, Even getting out of the hostel into a housing association flat, there was a problem with the benefits, and I was taken to court because the benefit people hadn't paid the housing association my rent. And I had to personally go to court for that. And
Mm.
it was just piling on. All these different things were piling on, you know, and it did feel like it was just designed to keep you down and shut you up, you know.
Shut you up, exactly. No, I can imagine that. The thing is with you is that you are so creative. You've got a mind that sees everything in rainbows and colors. But what made you choose glass fusing, and explain that to us?
It was completely by accident, to be honest. I was a bit bored. I've always been like creative, like you say. I had an existing business doing like personalized stuff, like with diamonds and stuff on it, and you know, just all the generic sort of things. But I was a bit bored, and I wanted to learn something new. And I was looking for glass blowing, but I couldn't find any courses within my area. And then, quite by accident, an ad for glass fusing course came up on Google, and I was like, oh, I don't know what that is. What is glass fusing? So I looked into it, and it looked really good. So I did it. My partner bought it for me for my birthday, as like a weekend thing away. And yeah, that's how it came about.
I don't think he realized in buying that for your birthday, you'd end up buying a kiln and needing a workshop built. And
He definitely didn't bargain on that.
what is glass fusing in, if it's not glass blowing, because you're not making bowls, is this right? Or you can
I
make
do make
that.
bowls, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So is
So
glass
basically,
fusing, yeah, go on.
it's basically, you have sheet glass, or we have accessory glass as well, but I will use sheet glass as an yeah. So you have two pieces of glass and you fuse them together. So they go up to a high temperature in the kiln, and the two layers of glass basically melt into each other. That is basically glass fusion. It's a lot more involved and complicated than that, but that's the basics. So you can't like make 3D like baubles or anything like that, but anything that you can fuse together,
Yeah,
you can mold into different shapes.
you make the most incredible creations, and especially when you get, your photography is amazing, where you get the light coming through some of the creations that you do, and it's
you.
fascinating to look at it. Like, it's one of those things you can stare at for hours. So yeah, I love what you do, you know. I do.
Thank you.
What do you think you've learned about yourself since starting your business?
Oh, so much. I don't think I really knew myself until I started a business, because you have to be so many different people and do so many different things when you start out. I mean, obviously, as you progress, you can get help with those things, but really, as a self-employed person, when you start out, you are doing everything. And I still pretty much do everything now, to be honest, because I'm a bit of a control freak. But yeah, it's I've lost my train of thought. Sorry.
I was talking to someone yesterday and they said, oh, so you've got your own business, so you can just work your own hours. And I rolled my eyes. Yes, I can work my own hours. Those hours are 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. But it is, as you said, this massive learning curve for
Absolutely.
what you learn about yourself. That
I've learned I'm strong.
Yeah.
I don't give myself enough credit, definitely. I'm passionate as well, really passionate about what I do. And I think you have to be, to stay this long. I mean, I've been in business 7 years now doing this same thing. And that's quite a long time. And you have to have the passion for it, I think. When that passion wanes, there's just, it's not worth it.
So if it was one lesson that you've learned that you want every entrepreneur to know, what would it be?
Listen to your gut instinct or intuition, whatever you want to call it or label it. Listen to that. I still don't always listen to it, and I end up regretting it. That it is there for a reason, and just listen to it.
This is interesting, because I hear this a lot. I do it, but how do you think you actually feel that? Is it in your gut?
It's really hard to explain, isn't it? Because you just know there's just this sense of knowing, you know, and I can't explain it, but yeah, it's a hard one to explain. It's not even a physical feeling for me. It's just this, I know this, you know, and why are you going against that?
Yeah, and then yet we do it.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, I knew this.
Absolutely.
I like it. It's a very good lesson, and everyone should listen to it. What is your favorite piece of business software?
ClickUp for me.
Ooh, yes.
Because I am not an organized person in general, but I have to be for my business. I am probably ADHD, so it really helps me to focus on what I need to be doing, and I can drill down into the little details of each order and what should be done and when. And it's so brilliant for me, especially at Christmas, at a busy time when I've got all the orders coming in and I can assign different labels, and you know, yeah, it's brilliant. I love it.
Fantastic. Kelly, thank you so much for being vulnerable and sharing your story, and everyone should go read the chapter to get the inspiration from where you have come from to where you are now.
Yeah,
it is amazing. You have done brilliantly. Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your story in the book and the podcast.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. If you like what you saw, please like the video and click the subscribe button for this channel for more inspiration. If you're a businesswoman looking for that community that will support you and lift you up, come and join the Shine On You Crazy Daisy membership, offering online networking, co-working, collaboration, and monthly masterclasses to grow your knowledge. Go to thedaisychaingroup.com for more information. And for even more inspiration, please go to the link under the video and get your copy of the Shine On You Crazy Daisy series of books with inspirational and motivating stories from businesswomen around the world.